for NEP 2020 implementation. E-governance nodal officers and nodal officers for UUCMS and e-Samadhan portal under UGC initiative. Sir is an accomplished researcher with more than 2 decades of active research in image processing, pattern recognition, biometric data analysis, and medical image analysis. His work emphasized computational intelligence and multimodal data analytics for healthcare and human emotion prediction. He has successfully completed UGC and DST funded projects and is currently leading PM USHA funded project on multimodal biometric emotion analysis. Sir has published more than 133 research papers in reputed journals and, uh, and presented paper at 33 national international conference and holds one granted patent in handwriting based ethnicity identification. He is also the author of several academic books and has contributed chapters to publications by leading international publishers. His academic excellence has been recognized through numerous awards, including ERA Asian Research Excellence Award 2025, Excellence in Forensic Research and Publication Award 2025, and Vidya Bhushan Award. He has represented India in international academic forums and served as a research fellow at INTI International University, Malaysia. Sir is widely respected for his leadership in ICT-enabled governance, digital transformation, and quality assurance in higher education, aligning institutional practices with NEP 2020 objectives. Today, Sir will be conducting session on generating ideas through design thinking, focusing on innovative and learner-centric approach relevant to teaching, research, and professional practice. So, please join me warmly welcoming Dr. Shivanand Gornale, sir, for this session. Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir, for the meeting.
Sir, you are the co-host. You can unmute yourself. Gornale sir, you are audible.
Is there any technical glitch, sir?
पार्टिसिपेंट वेट कीजिए सर का आई थिंक टेक्निकल इशू है.
Should I read biodata again, sir?
No, no,
Because
no. Just 2 minutes, sir.
okay, sir.
Okay.
आप ऑनलाइन रहिए, मैं ज्वाइन कर रहा हूँ.
Yes, sir. I'm on this.
Am I audible now?
No, sir, you are not audible, sir. नहीं सर, आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है सर। हम्म। सर आप हमें सुन पा रहे हैं सर? यस, आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा सर। आई थिंक आप हेडफोन से या कोई इक्विपमेंट हो तो आप प्लग इन कीजिए।
हेलो।
यस सर, यू आर ऑडिबल सर।
अटेंडन्स रोल नंबर प्रेझेंट आहे, माझ्याकडे जरा नेटवर्क इश्यू होता सर.
अरे
हॅलो.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
उद्घाटनाची बघायची गोष्ट बॅनर
Now, is it audible, sir? Now,
Yes, sir, clearly audible, sir.
Yes, sir, yes.
okay. So I'm extremely sorry. These are some technical issues. uh, okay, I think now the screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir, it's
Yes,
visible.
sir, it's visible.
Okay.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. So I'm extremely sorry for this inconvenience.
It's okay,
So,
sir, no problem.
So I'm very thankful to the organizer who have introduced me. So before my starting my lecture, I'm very thankful to the coordinator, Professor Namrata Madam, for giving me this opportunity to share the things in front of you all. So it would be very fruitful if we have this kind of a lecture in physical, but anyhow, it is an online uh, lecture. So friends, I think the all participants who are the multidisciplinary, I think so. So some are from the physics background, even chemistry, even mathematics, even computer science, are exclusively computer science people.
We are multidisciplinary.
Okay.
Multidisciplinary.
Okay. So again, it is screen is visible or okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now this my today's topic is this design thinking and innovation. The power of AI tools in shaping new ideas actually. So friends, this topic is somewhat different. I have chosen this topic. So actually, always whenever our students they are going for this project reports or projects or something like this. Now, suppose for example, some of you also be proposing project proposals. Okay, suppose for example, you are sending some projects to the ICSR or some DST and all those things. The whenever your students come to with you that they want to do some projects and all those things, and we are always talking about the innovative ideas. So we are always talking about you bring some innovative idea for doing a project. Okay, so even sometimes whenever you are submitting the proposal, they are always talking about the innovative ideas. So your proposal should have a innovative ideas. So friends, now in my whole lecture, what I am going to suggest you is now how to generate the ideas. So this is the most important parameter and most important thing, that is how to generate the ideas. So now to generate this idea, how the AI tools can help you. So that is my today's lecture. So in my whole today's lecture for 3 hours, I am going to discuss with you that. So what is the role of a design thinking in academics? So how we are getting the innovative ideas? So how these AI tools will help for generating, or you can say for shaping the ideas. So friends, with these preamble, we will go for the lecture what we have now. So everyone is talking about the innovation and all those things. Now, what exactly the meaning of innovation? Friends, innovation is the process of creating and applying a new ideas, methods, products, or services that provide a value or solve the problem in a novel ways. So, friends, try to understand this concept, that is what exactly the innovation. So it is a process of creating and applying a new ideas. Okay. For methods, it may be a method, it may be a product, or it may be a services. Means that your innovative may be an innovative method, your innovative may be in the product, you are innovative in the what do you call services also. Now, what key aspects are there in innovation? Now, suppose for example, whenever you are submitting a research paper, okay, to a particular journal, especially a quality journals, Q1 and Q2 journals, they're always looking into what innovative ideas you have floated there. They are going to see your abstract and they can understand. The reviewer and the editor will understand that what the novelty is there, what innovative idea they have floated here. So that's why it is a must to understand what exactly the innovation, what novelty we are giving in the paper. That is the most important thing. So friends, the key aspects for this innovation is the newness. The first point is there should be a newness. Means that it must be a original or significantly improved from what's already available. This is the most important thing. So whenever you are writing some papers, okay, or whenever your students they are doing some projects, okay, so whenever a particular students will come to you to do some projects, now you have to identify and you have to go for what is the improvement from what is already available, or it must be a original. That is the key aspect of innovation here. And the most important thing, so what value it is creating in the market. Like for example, it should create a value maybe in economical form, maybe in a social, and in maybe environmental. Yeah. So it should have a certain values. Now, suppose for example, whenever you are submitting a proposal, project proposal to the funding agency, they are going to ask you that what value it will create, whether it will be an economically improved, or whether it is a socially, or whether it is environmental. Okay, so you have to think that whenever we are going to have an innovative ideas, innovative things, so it must be a newness, either it may be a original or it may be a significantly improved from what is already available. And what is the value, what kind of a value it is creating? Usually we are calling it as a social impact, society impact. Okay, that is either it may be an economic form, either it may be a social form, either it may be a environmental. And the most important thing is it is not just about the ideas. Innovation requires putting those ideas into practice here. This is the most important thing. Like for example, we are proposing the problems, we are proposing the what do you call ideas. Okay, but is it possible to implement those ideas? You have to think this. That is what exactly the innovation. So friends, these three important parameters are there for getting any innovation, any innovative ideas. The first one is it should be a newness. Okay, now I'm going to clear these things because once you clear these 3 points, then definitely in a further slides or further lecture, you will be understanding what exactly the innovative ideas is. There should be a newness. It must be a original or significantly improved from what is already available. Like for example, you are doing some projects which is already implemented, which is already available in the market, but what is improvement in that? What you want to improve in that? That is the proposal you have to. And what value it is creating. And the most important thing is whether it is implementation. Is it possible to implement that idea, that innovative things, whatever you are proposing in the practice or not? So this is the most important. These three key aspects are going to be taken care whenever you are submitting a proposal, whenever you are submitting even your student they are doing a project. Okay, you have to think on these things. And even if you are doing already, some of you already have done the research, those who are already want to do some research, so you have to think these 3 points here. So there must be a newness, there must be a certain value, and is it possible to implement or not, that you have to take care here. So now Now, whenever we are talking about the innovation, so what are the different types of innovations are there? Okay, so one is a product innovation. It may be a new or improved goods or services. For example, a smartphone, electric vehicles nowadays you are going to get. That is, we call it as a product innovation. Okay, I'll come to those examples in near future, but you try to understand what are the different types of innovations are there. The first one is a product innovation. Okay, every standard industries, or you can say big industries, they will have the product innovations. Like for example, your cars, your what you call vehicles, they will have the product innovations. Now there will be a possibility in a process innovation also there. A new ways of producing or delivering the things. For example, automation in a manufacturing. For example, automation in a medical field. For example, automation in your education field also. Everywhere you are going to have some automations. Okay, that those we call it as a process innovation here. Now, you will have another kind of innovation, that is a business model innovations here. Okay, nowadays we have so many business models are there. Okay, so what kind of an innovation you have got? Now, whenever we are using the word innovation, the innovation word includes the new things, it is having a value, and is it possible to implement it. Those three words are the hidden words for whenever we are talking about the innovation. Okay, so now we'll have a social innovation here. Okay, the novel solution to the social problem, for example, microfinance, even online education is there. So there are certain social innovations are there, social problems are there. So those problems are going to be solved by putting, or you can say by making an innovative ideas here. Okay, so now, so we know that what is exactly the innovation. Then after that, what are the different types of innovations you will have? You may have the product innovations, you may have the process innovation, even you can have the business model innovation, and next one is you will have a social innovations here. Okay. Now, like for example, I'll just you just go through this particular screen. You will have the product innovations here. Okay, so nowadays might be knowing that the energy storage system. Okay, so might be your car. You will have the car, diesel car, petrol car. Okay, so now usually we will have the electric cars here now. Electric vehicles we will have. So we don't know in near future we may get the wind power to run our car. We may get some what do you call the solar power. Okay, even sometimes the biomass already you will have. Okay, then hydropower. So such kind of an energy is going to be utilized for running the vehicles, maybe a two-wheeler, maybe a three-wheeler, maybe a four-wheeler. Now many of you are aware with the electric vehicles. Okay, this is one kind of an innovation, in a product innovations, what we call. Okay, some of you might be aware of this hybridization is also there. Okay, your cars now have the hybridization, even a petrol and electric vehicle, a diesel and even an electric vehicle. This is what we call it as a product innovations here. We don't know, in near future we may get the solar power which is going to be used for driving a cars also. Okay, so this is what we call it as a product innovations here. Okay, now you can see the process innovation here. You look at this particular slides. These pictures are again taken from the Google Scholar, or sorry, Google. Okay, so you can see the delivery boys. Today you are going to see the delivery boys. Okay, maybe a Zomato, maybe a Swiggy, or maybe a Flipkart and anything. So you can see these what do you call pictures here. So how they are going to carry these things here. Okay. So nowadays you might be aware that the today Swiggy and even Japto is there. Within 10 minutes they are going to deliver the product. Okay. Even Blinkit is there. Okay. So now what this is an existing system. What innovative ideas we can float for the process. Like for example, these are the two what do you call pictures where you can have the innovative ideas. Like for example, this vehicle is consisting of a freezer itself here. Like for example, you are delivering a food product. Okay, so within a 10 minutes, if it is not possible to deliver a 10 minutes, so there should be an hot. This freezer is there. Even sometimes you can have some heating elements. This is what we call it as a process innovation, what we have. So how we may deliver the product with a minimum time here? We don't know. In near future, we may have a drones to deliver the what do you call our product here. Okay, so now there are many limitations with these existing what do you call delivery things here. Okay, in a rainy season, okay, it is very difficult to deliver within a time here. Okay, the cities like in a Mumbai, Hyderabad, even Bangalore, it is very difficult to deliver the product within a 10 minutes, within a 40 minutes here. Okay, so for that, so we may get near future, we may get the drones to deliver it. Okay, this is what we call it as a process innovations. Okay, so friends, you can see the business model innovation is also there. So you might do business model innovation in a digital marketing. Nowadays, this digital marketing is captured anything like this. Okay, so your Netflix subscription, streaming service, okay, Spotify free premium model, Uber's platform is there, on-demand service is there, Amazon's use is there. There are so many digital marketing is there. So nowadays, the students, or you can say even the homemakers who are sitting in the home, they are also ordering many things. Even like for example, even grocery also you can order from home only. Like for example, your Reliance is giving within a 10 minutes they are going to deliver the product. So this is how the business model innovation is there. Okay, so it is not necessary to go to your market. So anything like for example, even a medicine you want within a 10 minutes the medicine will come to your home. Even a grocery, even your what do you call vegetables, even a fruits, anything you want. So this is the innovation in your business model here. Okay, so any kind of ideas you can float. So that is a digital marketing is one. What do you call business innovation is there model for business. Okay, now you might be aware with the social innovation here. Okay, so look into this particular what do you call screen where you may find so many social innovations you may find here. Like for example, your ATM is there, mobile portable lab is there. So nowadays, friends, you might be knowing that your your blood samples, your blood reports, many things are going to be in a door delivery nowadays. Okay, the whole things will come to in front of your door. So even the reports, everything they are going to have on a door delivery. This is a social innovation, friends. Okay, so now you can have some device. Suppose, for example, aged person is not able to go to the hospital. So means that your hospital people they are coming to in front of your door and they are going to test here. Like for example, you can see this PV detection device. Okay, even a sugar level, blood level. Many things are have any innovative ideas in a social innovation also. So friends, this is one we call it as an innovations in a in a part of the social innovations here. So now friends, the two important things. So we talked about the different kinds of innovations. Okay, social innovations we have seen, a business model innovations we have seen, a product innovations already we have seen. So now, friends, now what exactly the difference between invention and innovations here? Okay, so many of you friends, you have maybe filed a patents also. Okay, so many of you may got the patents for the invention, patents for the innovative ideas also. Even friends, you may get the patents in a design also, even in a process also. Okay, design patents you will have, process in patents also you will have. Okay, so now here I want to make it clarified that what exactly the invention and what is the innovation here. Okay, now invention is nothing but the creation of a new device, new method, or new process, especially one that involves a technical skill or original thinking here. Okay, so now once again I am repeating here the creation of a new device, new method, or a new process here. Okay, that involves a technical skill or original thinking. Now, what is innovative here? The introduction of a new ideas, new methods, or a products, especially those that are more effective or efficient than the existing ones. This is the most important. Already you will have it. Okay, already it is exist. Now, if you are going to have a new ideas on the existing, new methods on the existing, so that is what exactly the innovations here. Okay, so friends, don't what do you call a mistake on that what exactly the invention and what is the innovation here. Invention is nothing but creating a new device, creating a new thing here. Now, innovation in the sense whatever the existing is there, so there will be an improvements in the existing. So that is what we call it as an innovation here. Okay, I'm going to show you one example here. Okay, now what exactly the invention and what is innovation? So friends, many of you might be knowing that there will be a telephone system, there will be a computer system, maybe a TV system, or you can say a light is there. Okay, means creating a something completely new for the first time. For example, electric bulb is there, telephone is there, internet is there. The telephone already it is a new thing, new invention is there. Now, modification in the existing, like for example, your smartphones already you are using, smart TV you are using now. TV is introduced, TV is invented in earlier. Your electric bulbs are invented earlier. Nowadays you might be having this LED bulbs, different kinds of halogen bulbs, different kinds of bulbs you are getting here. That is what we call it as an innovation here. Improving or applying existing ideas in a better or more useful way. Now, this is friends, try to understood this invention and innovations here because you want to make some innovations. Okay, whenever we are submitting a proposals, whenever we are submitting, or you can say if our students they want to do some projects, so friends insist them for innovation. Okay, now what exactly the innovation in the sense? It is going to be applying existing ideas in a better way or more useful way. For example, your LED bulbs, improving the electric bulbs, smartphones, improving your mobile phones here. Okay, so now these are the innovative ideas here. Now, once again, I am repeating that invention is nothing but creating a something new, while innovation improves or applies it is in the better way here. Okay, so now many of you, you might be aware of this invention and innovations here. So many people, they are going to say that I have invented this, I have invented this. Okay, so whenever they are, if some product they have assembled and they have invented here, okay, so now that is become an innovation, friends. So it is not an invention here. Invention in the sense anything new, okay, creating a new. Okay, so now any modification in the existing, you can have the innovations. Like for example, if you have so many things invented, okay, like for example, your laptop is there, your laptops, you are assembling it. Okay, so your so many what do you call it, devices which are going to be assembled, the devices already it is invented here. Now you are assembling it and you are creating a new things here. So that is one kind of what do you call a product innovations here. Okay, like that you can do for invention and innovations here. Okay, so friends, you can see what exactly the inventions here. Okay, I will show you some examples here, what exactly the invention is. So friends, you might be knowing that the printing press, earlier starting printing press. So that is one kind of an invention. The Jonans he has invented that printing, what do you call, press here. Like for example, Franklin, many of you might be knowing that lightning rod is an invention here. Thomas Edison, Edison, he has invented the light bulb. Okay, Alexander Graham Bell, he invented the telephone here. Now there are so many, what do you call, modification, upgradation in the existing. That is nothing but the innovations here. Okay, like for example, Washington, the 300 uses for peanuts. Okay, so you will have a basketball, fluorescent lighting, iPhones. Okay, so the World Wide Web. So these are all, we give the examples of inventions here. Okay, so now, so you can see the innovations. You can see the innovations here. So you take the example of your mobile. So you friends, you can see this is the phone earlier what we have. After that, okay, you will have this type of a phone. So friends, this is an example I am taking. I am not insisting for, and I am not making any what do you call, marketing for the Nokia. This is for your example I have mentioned here, so don't take it otherwise. Okay, so now this is a what do you call, mobile. After that you will have a improved version of this one, improved version of this one, improved version of this one. This is what we call as an innovations here. Anything which is improved in the existing here. Okay, so now so friends, up till now what we have seen is your innovative ideas, or you can say innovations. And what is the difference between the invention and innovations here? Okay, as already I have discussed you. Okay, so innovative things required. The three important parameter. One is your new. It is having some value and it is having some social impact. So that is what we call it as an innovations. We have seen, so product innovations, business model innovations, process innovations, social innovations already we have seen. Okay, like for example, your digital marketing is there. So nowadays, your Facebooks are going to be used for advertising your products. Your reels, people are creating a reels for advertising the things. Okay, so your Flipkart, your Amazon, so many things you will have for the innovations here for the digital marketing. Okay, like for example, so nowadays you might be aware of this digital marketing. Whenever you are going for a Flipkart and whenever you are logging in the Amazon, so friends, so nowadays the generative AI is going to take an important role in a business model here. Okay, like for example, if you are searching something in your Flipkart, okay, so today you have searched some product here. Always it is giving alert to you that you have searched this kind of materials here. That is the generative AI. That is the AI models. How the AI models are going to be used for the, what do you call it, digital marketing here. Okay, so for that I will take some more examples later on this. Okay, now what exactly the design thinking is? Okay. Now, always we are talking, always whenever we are going to a class. Okay. So we are always saying that you think on it. You think on it. Okay. So just we are giving some problems and we are asking to students that you think on this. Okay. We are writing some sentence or you can say some problems. So and we are asking our students to think on this. So friends, now what exactly the design thinking is? Okay, design thinking is a human-centered approach to a problem solving and innovation that prioritizes the user's needs through an iterative process of empathizing with users, defining a problems, generating ideas, creating a prototypes, and testing the solutions. My whole lecture is fall under this one sentence only. Okay, so now how we are going to think, how we are going to create the ideas, from where we are getting the ideas. This is the most important. Now, suppose for example, If you are in a classroom, you just give an assignment to a student that you bring some ideas, one new ideas, either it may be a marketing, either it may be a social or anything. Now, friends, so they have to start on thinking. That is what we call it as a design thinking here. It is an approach to problem solving. It is an approach to problem solving where, where, okay, so you are going to get the innovative ideas. Okay, you are getting the innovative ideas by empathizing with the user. I will discuss more on it. What is exactly the empathizing. You empathizing with the users. After empathizing with the users, that is empathizing with user means you interact with the users. Now, suppose for example, you want to solve some problem. I will give you some examples near after this. If you want to give some solution, okay, like for example, I will take one small example on this stage here. Suppose you consider the blind people. The nowadays there are so many technologies what we are getting now. This is what exactly the innovation in the technology. So friends, you might be aware that the blind people usually whenever they are going to the bus stand or railway station, they're always asking the people that where this particular bus is going to, because they are not able to read. They are not able to read the bus number, even bus name. Like for example, Kolhapur to Pune, the bus already there will be a board is there, but blind people they are not able to read those things. Now, can we solve this particular problem? Okay, so suppose a blind people we who cannot ask anybody. Okay, whenever he come to the bus stand, he can read a complete what do you call bus names, bus numbers as we are reading. Now, being a computer science or being a technocrat, so can we solve this particular problem here? Already it is solved in the market, but I'm just bringing you before 10 years or maybe 15 years here. Now, can we solve this? Yes, we can solve this. Like for example, some people they are not able to see this, but they can hear. Some people they are not able to see the things, but they can hear. Okay, now can we have this technology here? Can we have this framework? Like for example, you will have some specs. Okay, you just fix a small camera, a very small tinny cameras to the your specs. Whenever he is going to see something, whenever his face is going to have something, a camera is going to be captured a bus. Okay, then again in a bus there will be a what do you call text message is there, like for example Pune to Kolhapur. Okay, those text those images are going to be converted into a text, and that text is going to be converted into an audio. This is a complete process here. This is a complete framework. Like for example, your camera should capture that bus name and even a bus, what do you call, from where it is going to where. That image is going to be converted into a text. Text is going to be converted into an audio. This technology already you have in the market now. That's why I'm telling you. I'm bringing you before 15 years, 20 years back. Okay, so this kind of a technology, some people they have innovative ideas to help the blind people. So that is what we call it as an empathizing with the users. So when you reach to the users and try to understand their problems and try to have an ideas to solve that one. So that is exactly the empathizing with users to get the ideas here. Okay, friends, might be you are knowing that nowadays in your mobile, okay, a language converter is there. It is not necessary to go anywhere to ask anybody. Now you are going to have a Google translator here. Okay, even a Kannada to Marathi, Marathi to English, English to different various languages, you will have a Google Translator now. So this is one innovative idea. This is one innovative idea which is going to be solved. Now, suppose for example, if I am going to a China, China's people only they knows the Chinese here. Okay, so we can't understand the Chinese. Now you can convert your Chinese to English or Chinese to even directly Marathi, Kannada, whatever you want. So this is the ideas. This is the new ideas what we have. So this is how, this is empathizing with the users. Okay. Now suppose for example, if I am coming to a Maharashtra, I can, whenever I am standing in the bus stand, so everything is in Marathi, like for example. Now, how I can understand the Marathi? I cannot ask anybody. I cannot ask anybody. Directly, I can capture that image and I'm for a Google Translator, I will put it and Google Translator, it is giving a completely the Marathi is converted into your Kannada here. So this kind of a things we have to. That is what we call it as an. So first, you just mingle with the users, you interact with the users and get the problems what they are facing. So that is empathizing with the users. Once you have got the problem, okay, once you have got the data from the users, then you define that as a problem here. You define the problem. Okay, so once you have defined the problem, now you can generate the ideas to solve that problems here. Okay, to solve a particular problem, you may have a n number of ideas to solve that one. A single problem will not have a single solution. A problem may have a many solutions here. A problem may have a many solutions here. A single problem may have a many solutions. That is, you generate the ideas to solve a particular problem. Now, once your what do you call ideas are generated, now your ideas are going to be converted into a prototypes. Your generative ideas are going to be converted into prototypes here. You make the algorithmic way, you make the flowchart way, we make this system architecture, and you make the prototyping. After prototyping, you test the solutions here. So friends, my entire lecture is on this actually. That is how to get the design thinking, how to get the ideas, how to get the definition of the problem here. Okay, so now, so we will discuss again one by one all these things: empathizing users, defining a problem, and generating ideas, creating prototypes, and testing the solutions here. So now this is what exactly the design thinking is. So friends, now it is a non-linear method for tackling ill-defined problems, focusing on understanding the people affected to develop a creating and impactful solutions here. That is what exactly the design thinking is. Okay. Now, you just go through these particular, what do you call, figure here, picture here. So, you look into this first picture. I think it is a cycle, no? It is a cycle. Okay, it is a bicycle. Okay, so even here also it is a bicycle. So here also it is a bicycle. Here it is also a bicycle. Okay. Now you have an idea. Already you have designed this. You have designed this cycle. How it will move? How it will move? So friends, you have a cycle concept. Cycle concept is there. So this is a bad idea. What we call it is a bad idea to develop a such kind of a cycle here. So this is, you can see, it is a bad idea. So you can see this is a bad idea. This is a bad design, you can say. Instead of saying ideas, it is a bad design. Okay. You cannot say, we can say it is a cycle, bicycle, but it will not move. It is a bad design, you can say. Like for example, this is a cycle, it is a bad design. Okay. So now you can see some of the more examples on this. So now you can see this is a bad design. You can see this particular picture. Okay, where you can have the spork as well as the what do you call spoon. It is a bad idea because we needed two spoons. Okay, this is a bad design, what we call. Now you can see this is a bad design. I'm showing some examples of bad design here. Now you can say this is a chair. How you can sit on this chair? It is a bad design. We call it as a chair, but it is a bad design here. So friends, so this is the most important parameter where you are going to have some designing on all those. Okay. Now, so this is what we call it as these examples. You can see these examples. Once again, I'm coming back to the this particular what do you call image. Okay, this is a bicycle. Okay, this is a lack of innovation here. Again, this is a lack of innovation. This is a lack of innovation. We know this bicycle is there, but this is a bad design because lack of innovation is there. Okay, like for example, you can see this particular image, you can see this particular image, you can see this particular image. These are all bad designs because of the lack of innovations here. Okay, so now you can see this particular here, a lack of innovation results in inefficiency, frustration, and inconvenience. Like for example, slow typing. This is an example. A manual processing is there. Okay, data loss is there. Communication delay is there. Okay, you are stuck in some traffic. Okay, so these are all the lack of innovations here. Like for example, you are going to have this typing here. Okay, so you may have some new ideas to solve this kind of a problems here. Okay, so now you can just have the design thinking process here, as already I have told you. So this is the most important slide, friends. So if you have a anyhow, I am going to share this PPT if you want. Okay, so if you have a pen and paper, you please have this slide process here. Okay, the design thinking process. The design thinking process, it is again, as already I have told you, human centered problem solving approach used to develop innovative practical solution by deeply understanding the users. Now friends, there are four important parameters, as already I have discussed with: empathize, define, ideate, and prototype here. Then you will have the testing of those things here. This is a process here: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. Means that you empathize with the users here. This is the first step what we have. Understand the needs, emotions, and experiences of users here. Like for example, I will give you one small example. Okay, so suppose for example, many of you are from the villagers here. Many of you are going to make some harvesting in your village. Okay, so during this, especially Jawar, there are so many birds will come. Okay, the birds, they are going to eat your Jawar and all those things. Okay, so उसके लिए हम क्या करते? So we will go there and we will make some noise, we will make some sound. Okay, we will make have some rounds. Okay, so उन लोगों के उनको भगाने के लिए, पक्षियों को भगाने के लिए हम अंदर घूमते रहते हैं. Is it possible to give some solution to them? Is it possible to give some solution to them? Okay, तो उसके लिए हम कुछ solution दे सकते हैं क्या? तो उसके लिए हमारे को क्या करना पड़ेगा? So we have to empathize with the users. उनके साथ discussion करना पड़ेगा आपको. You have to sit with them. Okay, so आपको ये देखना पड़ेगा कि what are the ways to solve that one. Okay, like for example, वो आवाज से भाग जाते हैं. Okay, उनको कुछ अलग दूसरा कुछ आइटम से भाग जाते हैं. तो यूजुअली हम क्या करते हैं? We are going to put some पुतला in the field. पुतला रखते हैं, ड्रेस वगैरह डाल के कुछ रखते हैं ऐसा. Many of you might be aware of this and many of you have already done this one. तो उनको भगाने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए? So you interact with the people. You observe and engage the users. This is what I am going to say. Observe and engage with users. आप देखो, उनके साथ डिस्कशन करो, ओके। उसके बाद यू ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द प्रॉब्लम्स एंड फीलिंग्स। उनके प्रॉब्लम्स अंडरस्टैंड करो और फील करो क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है उनको। मैं अभी वही बता रहा हूँ, आप खेत जाते हो, जवार वगैरह है आपके पास, वो बर्ड्स वगैरह आते रहते हैं, वो चिंच मारते रहते हैं, उनको भगाना है, ओके। यूजुअली सुबह सुबह जाके हम वो काम करते हैं। नाउ इज इट पॉसिबल टू हैव सम इनोवेटिव आइडियाज? ये एक प्रॉब्लम मैंने डिफाइन किया, मैंने प्रॉब्लम आपको दिया है, दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम, वी आर एम्पथाइजिंग विद द यूजर्स, ओके। सो उनके लिए क्या सोल्यूशन है? many what you call devices which are available in the market nowadays, जो भी मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट उसके ऊपर आता है वो ऑटोमेटिकली साउंड करता है। दिस इज व्हाट द इनोवेशन। any moving object उसके सामने आएगा, because that device will have some sensors, okay। वो सेंसर उसके सामने जो भी आएगा वो साउंड करेगा ऑटोमेटिकली, वो साउंड से आपका वो बर्ड्स भाग जाएंगे। सो दिस इज वन इनोवेटिव आइडिया। तो ये सब चीज आपको कब आएगा? सो यू हैव टू एम्पथाइज विद द यूजर्स, यू मिंगल विद द यूजर्स। like for example I will give you another example. As already I have told you, so one example, whenever you are blind people, if you want to help the blind people, you can have such kind of an ideas, because it requires a lot of technology, it requires a lot of what you call efforts to solve such kind of a problems here, okay। So jo bhi problem, any problem is there, so how you will get, there are many innovative ideas are there in and around with you only। so बस आपको क्या करना है, you have to empathize, okay, you have to observe, you engage with the users, उनके साथ discussion करो, have a dialogue with them, okay। then you try to get those ideas, those limitations, उनका जो भी है problems वो आप list out करो। then after then you just define those things, clearly define the core problem here, you define the problems, okay। now suppose for example, आपको अभी मैं और एक चीज बोलता हूँ। so farmers, because I'm from the farming background, I'm telling you the examples here, like for examples, usually जब लोग खेत में वगैरह जाते हैं शाम दिन में वगैरह, तो सब पूरा ये एनिमल्स वगैरह आते रहते हैं वो पूरा खराब करने के लिए, उसके लिए कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या? नहीं तो देर आर, अदरवाइज आई विल गिव यू सम एग्जांपल्स व्हाट एवर यू विल हैव नाउअडेज। आप लोग औषध वगैरह ये करते रहते हैं, औषध डालते रहते हैं ना, देर आर मेनी डिवाइसेस विच आर केम, ओके। औषध डालने के लिए भी डिवाइसेस आ चुके हैं। सो लाइकवाइज यू हैव टू डिफाइन the problem which the people will have, okay, that is we can call it as a clearly define the core problem. I will come to the exactly the computer science problem here now after this, so how we are going to define those. Now generally I am talking you, so first you empathize with the users, you engage with the users, then you define the problem, clearly define the core problem, analyze and synthesize the finding, frame the problem from the human-centered perspective. That is, analyze and synthesize. So once you define the problem, the next step is you find the ideas to solve that problems. Okay. From where you are getting the problems? You are getting the problems from the users. You are getting problems from the users. And after that, you are defining that. That is a brainstorm and generate the creative ideas to solve that particular problem. That is, encourage the innovative thinking, produce a multiple solutions, okay, encourage again, whatever your problem is there, you try to have a multiple solutions that, okay. Already as I have told you, a particular problem will not have a single solution, any problem will have a multiple solutions. Now it is your duty to make which one is the viable solution to that particular problem here. That is, you have to make a prototyping of that one. Develop a simple and a testable model for the prototype here. Okay, so you have to develop a very simple, okay, and testable model. Okay, now which is very easy to implement that one. Okay, create a low fidelity mockups, make ideas tangible. Okay, gather the user feedback and improve the iterations here. Okay, आपको क्या करना है? So you have to take the problems, you discuss with the users, you take the problems and define a particular problem. Okay, and after that you generate the ideas to solve that particular problems and make the prototyping of that one, and again you interact with the users, okay, to get the feedback whether it is a viable solution or not. This is what exactly the design thinking process is. Okay, so now suppose for example, if your students are doing some projects here, so try to follow these steps here. Okay, so first you have to empathize it. Next, you have to define the problems. Then next, you will have the ideas. Then you make the prototyping of that one. Then you test it. So is it viable solution or not? If it is not viable solution, then next once again you have to generate the ideas. So this process, this prototyping and generating the ideas is a cycle. Now you have to repeat again and again and again to get the viable solutions here. So this is what exactly the design thinking process is. Okay. So now, so as already I have told you, this empathizing is the most important stage in the design thinking process, friends. So it is a first stage of design thinking. It focuses on understanding the user's feelings. This is the most important actually. This is the most important. It focuses on understanding the user's feeling, emotions, problems, and perspectives before trying to solve their problems here. Like for example, you can have some active listening. You try to have careful listening whatever the user saying, okay, to solve a particular problem. Okay, to solve a particular problem you have to have listening. For example, listening to a student explain the learning difficulties. Okay, so now like for example, there are some what do you call traditional learning is there. You want to make it as an online learning. Like for example, whatever we have, your traditional learning and online learning is there. So you discuss with the students what are the difficulties in the traditional learning. Then how you are going to solve that particular problem. So that is what we call it as an listening to a student explain learning difficulties. And the most important thing is you have to make an emotional validation is important. Accepting and acknowledging the other feelings. Okay, for example, saying I understand this is stressful for you. Like for example, offering a support, providing a help, guidance or resources to those in a need, giving assistance or tool to solve the particular problem. Non-verbal cues are there. Understanding the emotions through body language expressions. Notching sadness, confusion, or stress here. This is these are the steps for empathizing. Means just try to involve with the users. Okay, like for example, many of us we are going to have an attendance system in the classroom. Okay, many we are the teachers. We are taking the attendance of our students. Okay, so some of the institutions, some of the standard institutions, they are having a biometric attendance system. Okay, even a face-based attendance system also they have. Even for employees also there will be a biometric attendance system. Okay, so even a face-based attendance system is there. So friends, in our state, we have a GPS-enabled attendance system now. Government has introduced GPS enabled, what do you call, attendance system. Now, why they have introduced the GPS enabled attendance system? Why they have introduced this GPS based attendance system here? What are the limitations of the existing system? Okay, so many our faculty members they are saying that, sir, we have to stand in the queue to make the biometric attendance system. To show our face, to show our, to press our fingerprint, we have to we have to stand in the queue. This is one of the problem. Yes, it is a major problem because at 10 o'clock I have a class. Okay. So for punching, for making a biometric attendance system, I have to wait for at least 5 to 10 minutes because that is the, for everyone has to punch it because the punching time has given 10 to 10. Okay. 10 से 10 तक means the 10-minute slot is there for punching. Many of our employees, they are standing in the queue for making the punch. This is one of the problem here. Okay. And again, even while going also the same thing. Okay. Again, there will be a queue. Now this is one problem here. This is interaction with the users, interaction with the employees. Okay. These are the problems, like for example. Okay. Now, to give this a solution, okay, to get the solution for this, no doubt we want to make an biometric attendance system, but without standing the queue. That is what we call it as a GPS enabled, what you call, attendance system. Okay, so everyone is having a smart mobiles, smartphones. There is a software is there. Okay, you have to install that one. Whenever you are entering in the campus, the radius is given, the radius is mentioned. Whenever you are entering in the campus, you just open your software and just log in there. Your attendance is going to be taken. This is a GPS enabled attendance system. Okay, so this is a solved. The problem has been solved. What kind of a problem has been solved? The problem has been solved that you are standing in a queue while coming and while going. So this is one innovative idea. This is a innovative things. Now how we are getting this? This is getting with the interaction with the users, with interaction with the employees. That is empathizing with the users here. So this is how you can get the new ideas here. Like for example, so you are understanding the perspectives here, seeing a situation from another point of view. Empathetic leadership is there. Empathetic, what do you call, leadership, you may get it. Helping strangers, and again, emotional, what do you call, support is there. So the key elements of empathize is providing a comfort and reassurance to reduce the stress here. The ultimately goal of any new ideas for developing is, it is a comfort, getting the comfort here. Okay. Now, suppose for example, if you are asking me, sir, is it a most viable solutions for a GPS enabled attendance system? If you are asking me that, again, some people, they are saying that, some employees, they are saying that, sir, we don't have a smartphones. Okay, we don't have a, what do you call, even net. So there are, again, still there are some problems are there. So how to resolve this? Again, you have to make a new ideas here. Okay, that is the one thing what I'm going to say. Now this is the first one, is an empathizing. The first step in the design thinking is empathizing here. Okay, now this is another examples you can say. Understanding the user emotion, needs and problems by seeing the situation from their perspective. You can see, whenever you are interacting with the users, you have to think from their perspective. Okay, don't impose your ideas. Those impose your solutions. Those impose your problems. You interact with the users and try to get their problems what we have. For example, designing a mobile app for a students. Now, suppose for example, if you want to design a mobile app, many nowadays you might be knowing that there are many mobile apps are there, but learning apps are there. Okay. Now you are going to interact with the students before designing the mobile app, whether what kind of a app they are going to have, what kind of a things they are going to have. Okay, nowadays you might be knowing that there are many mobile apps you are getting. Banking system, like for example, if you are in a, if your account is in a SBI, if your account is in a Canara Bank or any other bank, they will have the mobile apps now. Okay, there only you can see your bank statement, your transactions, everything you are going to say. So now how this mobile apps, why they have designed this mobile app here? Because every time we have to go to the bank to get the bank transaction, passbook updation, we have to go to the bank here. Now to solve this one, the mobile app has been developed. Okay, you are sitting in your mobile, in your home, you can see the transactions. Last 10 days transaction, 1 month transaction, 3 months transaction, even 1 year transaction, you can see by your mobile app. So before designing this mobile app, you have to empathize with the users. What is their problems? So you have to empathize those problems. Okay, understand the user problem. What kind of a problem? Like for example, nowadays there are so many peoples after old age. I will give you one problem. You may find some solution to this. Like for example, as already I have told you, mobile app is there now. Bank mobile app is there now. Up to 70 years, up to 65 years, you can easily handle, you can easily use your what do you call mobile apps. After 70 years, I am not able to operate my mobile app. Now, how I can get the solution for this? How I want to know the my bank transactions after my 70 years age? Because I am not able to see, even I am not able to hear. So now is it possible to give the solution to them? You think on this. So now this is one problem I am floating on you. This is you try to find out the solution for this. Okay, like for example, talk to a student. For particularly this example, designing a mobile app for students. You talk to the students. Okay, you interact with the students. What they want exactly, how they want they exactly. So observe their difficulties here. You observe their difficulties and understand their frustration also. Okay. Now suppose for example, might be you are knowing that after 75 years, okay, so some persons, okay, some employees, they want to get the pension amount. They have to go to the bank. They don't want to go to a bank. Okay, they don't want to go a bank. Now you try to find some solution to this. You give the ideas to the bankers. You give the ideas to the banks that how you are going to solve that one. Okay, whether a person should come to that particular place and give the money or something else. This is an one problem. You try to find some solution to such kind of a problems, friends. Okay, now just you can see here another example, because this empathizing is the most important thing to get the ideas, to get the solutions, to get the problems here. Deeply understand the needs and experiences of the people who are designing for, by observing them and engaging them to develop an empathy here. Like for example, this is you can see uh, this particular person is walking on the road. Okay, the road condition is not so good. Okay, now is there any solution to them for a smoothing? Like for example, you can see this particular person. Okay, the wheelchair is here. He has to come to down and he has to sit here. Okay, so like for example, like this particular person already this pact is here and his wheelchair is here and he is standing here. So you can you have some solution to such kind of a problems here? So this is what exactly the empathizing means, to interact with the students, to interact with the peoples, so that you can get the ideas here. Now, once you are going to empathize here, that is once you have collected the information. Okay, so usually in a social science or something else, we are doing, we are collecting the data and we are analyzing them and we are giving us some solutions like this. No, it is not like that here. Now, this is you are going to interact with the users. You are going to interact in a real time system. Okay, not sitting in the what do you call your chamber, not sitting in the what do you call in your room, and you are going to find out the solution to that. No, so you have to have a real time visit, real time interaction with the people, and try to get the problems there. So you go on listing the problems here. You go on listing the problems. Problem one, problem two, problem three, like this. You go on listing those problems. Okay. And collectively you can define a single problem. You make it as a single. That is, synthesize the information gathered during the empathize phase to define the core problem for a human-centered perspective. Yeah. So friends, here your role is very, very important. So you have to synthesize that information, whatever you have got. You have to make collectively, you can gather whatever you have gathered the information during the empathize phase, you have to define the core problem for a human centered. That is what we call it as a problem statement here. That is what we call it as a problem statement. Now, friends, whenever you want to do, whenever you are going to do some, if you are going to give some project problems to your students, or if you are proposing some proposal, okay, if you are giving some proposal to, you are giving some project proposal to governments or any funding agencies, you make this practice here. You empathize with the people, okay, get the problems and define the problems here. Okay, so this is what we are defining the problems, what we call it as a problem statement here. Okay, now once you have got the what do you call problem statement, okay, you generate the ideas. You generate the wide range of creative ideas. Okay, try to get the solution for that. Try to get the ideas, not a solution. At least try to get the ideas. How I can solve this particular problem. Okay, so to solve a particular problem, you may have n number of solutions here. Solution one, solution two, solution three, solution four. Okay, like for example, if I want to go to bus stand from my home, I may have a many routes. I have a many routes and many ways to reach the bus stand. Now later on, I have to decide that which one is the viable solution for that one. That you have to make the prototype of that one. So this is what we call it as a prototyping. Build a tangible and a low fidelity prototypes of the ideas to make them a concrete and a testable here. Okay, now you can see these are the what do you call prototype models. Bicycle prototype model is there. Okay, you are going to have this two-wheeler prototype models. These prototype models, these are the designs usually for any industries, any companies, any R&D cells. What they are going to do, they are going to make the prototyping here. So then they are going to make a what do you call testing here. They are going to test here, gather the feedback from the users by interacting with the what you call prototypes to understand what works and what does not, using the information to refine the solutions here. Okay, so just you can make the experimental settings here. Okay, so you can test in the traffic scenario. So how your what do you call solution is going to be a better in every conditions here. Like for example, whenever a new car is going to be launched, whenever a new what do you call two-wheeler or bicycle is going to be launched, those are going to be tested in a real time. In a real time, in a real situation, they are going to be tested here. So that you have to make the testing of that one here. Okay. Now overall, what is the design thinking process is? That is the design thinking process you can have. This is the most important. Now, first step is empathize here. Okay, then you can define by looking into the empathizing. You always define the problem by empathizing. This is repeated again and again to define the problem. Okay, once the problem is going to be defined, you make the ideas. Ideas are going to be generated. So your ideas are going to be again repeated and repeated to get a particular idea, particular solution. Okay, now once again I am repeating here. So you have to understand, you have to understand by empathizing with the users and try to define the problem here. Okay, so your problems, once you have properly defined the problem, you start generating the ideas here. You start generating the ideas here. You start generating the ideas. Now your ideas are going to be repeated and again to get a proper solution to that. So once your one idea is clicked, that idea is going to be make a prototype here. You make the prototyping again and again and again by exploring and by taking a feedback from the empathizing, that is from the user. Your prototype is going to be again taken into the users here, again taken into the users. Your prototype is going to be taken to the users to get the empathizing here. So once your prototype is finalized and make it as an experiment, then you test it, you make materialize it. Okay, so one is understand, explore, and materialize it. Okay, so once you are testing, you are going to implement those things here. You implement those things. If you are not able to implement properly, again you go to the users here to get the empathizing. This loop will be what do you call repeated again and again. This is what we call it as a design thinking process, design thinking a cycle here. Okay, so friends, so you have to have this things in your empathizing with the users and define the problems. Okay, you make a core problem and get the solution to that particular problem. So once you have got the solutions, you try to make a prototyping of that one. And once this prototyping is going to be done, you make an experimental things, you make the experimental setup and test it on real time. Then once it is tested and you can implement it. If it is not possible, if it is not possible to implement that proper things, again this cycle is going to be repeated again and again. That is, so you have to understand and you have to explore and you have to materialize these things. So this is what exactly the cycle of a design thinking process here. Okay, so now before going to this problem here, now uh, if you have any how do you call questions or maybe a doubts, okay, because we will take 10 minutes break here. So after that, I will give you some examples and how this design thinking process is going to be implemented in an academics, then how your AI tools are going to be help to do this design thinking process here. Okay, so I hope that we will have a for 10 minutes break from now. So now, if you have any doubts of this particular half session, so I'm ready to answer if it is concerned with me. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Anything anybody wants to ask something, because we will take a 10 minutes break, then again I will continue this.
Okay, sir. Okay.
We can.
Okay, sir.
Okay, no questions?
No questions, sir. Clear about the
Okay.
topic. Thank you
Okay.
so much, sir. Nice presentation. Thank you.
Okay. Now at what time again? It is 12:30 almost. Now shall we start at 12:40?
12:40. 12:40, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. 10 minute ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಐತಿ. ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಐತಿ ಒಂದು 11ರಿಂದ ಹಲೋ 2 ತನ. ಈಗ ಮ್ಯಾಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಏನು. ಹ್ಮ್ 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 ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ಯಾರ. ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ರಿವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ತೆಗ್ದಿರ್ತಾರ. ರಿವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರ, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾರ. ಇದ್ರು ವಾಶ್ರೂಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಐತಿಲ್ಲ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮರಾಠಿ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿದೆ. ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಬರ್ಲಾ ಇರು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಯಾರು ರಮೇಶ್ ಯಾರು ಬಂತ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಕಾಪಿ ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟೈತಿ ಹೇಳೋಣ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಅವ್ರು ಇವರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಸಮರ್ಪಿತ ಮಾಡಿ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸುಪ್ರಿಯ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಹೌದಾ? ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್? ನಾವು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ದೇವ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಪೇಪರ್ ನೋಡಕ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಶಿವಾನಂದ್ ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪರಿಚಯ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದೈತಿ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಬೇಕಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಬಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು?
Correction. I'm doing that.
When
11th is the last day.
okay. So is there any major changes?
No, not big. Only formatting little bit that I'm doing. Today or tomorrow I'll send. 11th is the last day.
Okay. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಈಗ. ಒಂದು ಉಳಿಸಿದೇವಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನ 5th ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟೆಡ್ ನಾ? 6th and 7th ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 7th. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. Once again, good afternoon to all of you. Shall you resume our
Very
lecture
good
now?
afternoon, sir. Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Ah.
sir.
Okay. Shall we continue now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes,
sir.
sir. It is continue, sir.
Okay.
Yes, continue, sir, please.
Yeah. So, as the first part of our lecture, we have discussed about the what is exactly the innovations and what type of innovations already we have, like for example, product innovations, process innovations, social innovations, and even business model innovations already we have seen. After that, we have discussed about what exactly the invention and what is innovation actually. Okay, so now for the innovation, it might be a innovation or it may be a invention for both. So we have the design thinking process here. So this is the most important phase in design thinking process. What are the various steps what we have? That is, we are going to understand and explore and materialize. So friends, already we have discussed about how to empathize it, because we need the user's input. We need the user input to define any kind of a problem here. Okay, so once again, I'm repeating, to define any kind of a problem, we need the user input here. We need the user input. To get the user input, that is the empathizing with the users. You empathize, you interact with the students, you mingle with the users, okay, to get the, what do you call, the problems. Then once you are going to collectively will have the problems, then you can define the core problem, you can say. You can define a one core problem. Okay, so after defining a core problem, you can have the ideas. You generate your own, what do you call, ideations to solve that particular problems. Now, as already I have told you, for a single problem, as many as solutions you may get. Okay, sometimes there may be only one solution also to that particular problem. And once you have got the ideations, now you try to make the prototyping of that one. So that is indirectly prototyping, in the sense now you can have, usually in our computer science we can say that you try to frame the algorithm, you try to frame the flow chart and try to make the system architecture here. This is what we call it as a prototyping here. Okay, so now after making a prototyping, you try to bring those prototype into the experimental setup here. Okay, so once the experimental setup is there, then you can have the implementation of these things. Friends, at this stage, friends, at this stage, I will tell you, you can file the patents, even for the design patents, even for the process patents also. Because whatever the problems you are getting, whatever the ideas you are getting, you are making the prototyping this. Okay, that prototyping itself is a designing. There you can file the patent for the prototype design also. You can file the patents for your medical defining the ideas also. You can go for the patent for this stage. Yeah. Okay, so friends, now what I am going to say you is, so we will discuss one problem where you are going to have the uh, uh, what do you call, example of this one. Okay, now you can see here the example of this one. So designing um, mobile app to help the students to manage their exam stress here. If you go to the 10th level or 12th level students, they are going to take a more stress. Okay, preparation of the examinations here. Okay, even we parents, we are also in the stress when they are appearing the examinations in a 10th standard or 12th standard. Once the 10th and 12th standard is over, so even the parents are also be relaxed, and even the students are also be relaxed mode, whether they are doing a medical or engineering or anything else. So friends, so now this is especially if you look into the 10th or 12th level. Now, is there any idea, is there any app we can develop for the manage the exam stress here? Okay, for this, again, the steps we have an empathizing, defining, ideation, and prototyping here. Just I can give one small flow through of designing the mobile app here. Now, what we have to do first? What we have to do first? Understand the student's struggles and needs. Talk to students about the exam stress. You talk to the you talk to students about the exam stress here. Okay. Next, observe the stress, confusion, poor time management. Usually, when the students they will when students they are going to be in the stress because they are poor time management, because learning ज्यादा रहेगा आपको उनको, लेकिन time management उनको ये हो जाता. Next, listen to complaints like, I forgot the deadlines. I feel anxious before examinations. I don't know how to plan my study time. These are all the questions usually the students they will have. Okay. So now for this, you just interact with the students to know all these things. Okay. After that, you define the core problem for the student. Students need an easy way to plan their studies and reduce the exam stress because they struggle with the time management and reminders here. Okay. Now, usually what you are going to you have to define, so you define the core problem. Okay, so to make the what do you call time management, this is only simple thing is, yeah, बच्चे क्यों stress में आते हैं, only because of the time management. So this is a common thing because the timetable is already announced, they don't know which subject is they have to study, when all these things, you interact with the students and get the input from the students. Then after that, you generate the ideas for the solutions. What are the ideas for stress management? What are the ideas to stress management here? Now, study planner for mobile app. You have to have a mobile app for the study planner. Smart reminder system you can. Stress relief notification. AI based timetable generator. AI based timetable generator also. Next, you may have the progress tracking dashboard also we have. Okay. So you can have a motivational reminder. Okay. These things you have to incorporate here. Okay. What is the idea here? What is the idea to reduce the stress for the examination? One is you may have the app for the planning. So even you can have the smart reminder system also. Okay, nowadays you might be knowing that there will be a smart reminder system is there. Okay, I think many of you are experiencing. Like for example, if your mobile is recharging, if your mobile recharging date is due, you will get the alerting message that your mobile is recharged. Your mobile recharge is going to be finished within this date, this time. Always you are going to take the alerts. Like for example, even if you have a vehicle insurance, they are going to give you message that your vehicle insurance is going to be expired within 10 days, within 15 days. Like this, you will have a what do you call a reminder system. Like for example, if you are flying through a flight, so always they are going to give a message that what is the flight timings, if it is delay, if it is something is going to be happen, they are going to always reminding you. Okay, so this kind of an generating an idea, that is what we call it as a smart reminder system. Now always a stress relief notification, you always have some notifications. Okay, stress release notifications. Okay, like for example, if a student is very serious in a studies, or you can say he is in a stress, you just send some motivational what do you call wordings, they can relax it. Like that, what we call that is we call it as a stress relief notifications. We call it as a stress relief notifications. Now, AI-based timetable generator, yes, you can generate the timetable by how you are going to have this. And next one is you may have the progress tracking dashboard. This is also one app nowadays you may find progress tracking. Like for example, your students, your kids, even in this practice already you have in your schooling system, they are going to track the progress here. So before 1 month, what kind of a progress is there? After 2 months, what kind of a progress is there? Like this might be smart schools nowadays. They have this kind of a system here. That is what we call progress tracking system here. And next one is, as already I have told you, motivational reminders here. Okay, motivational reminders, motivational maybe words, maybe a motivational speakers. Okay, maybe motivational pictures, like for example, like a great scientist pictures is going to be given to your students, their stories. Okay, so their difficulties, like this you can have such kind of a things. These are what we call it as in generating ideas for a particular solutions. Okay, because the students, they are going to take a stress here. Okay, to release the stress, what are the possible solutions you have to? Okay, these are the possible solutions. Like for example, study planner you can have, a smart reminder system you will have, a stress relief notification you have, AI based timetable generator you will have, progress tracking dashboard you will have, motivational reminders you will have. So now what outcome you are getting here? Multiple possible solutions you are getting if you are thinking such kind of. Okay, so you will have the multiple possible solutions here. Okay, now you, once you will have a multiple solutions here, you try to develop, a simple app model for the students here. Simple app, like for example, low fidelity app mockup. Okay, daily study schedule. Okay, reminder notification, relaxation tips here. So usually, whenever we are in the if we are in the work pressure, okay, usually we will go for a cup of a tea, cup of a coffee here. Okay, sometimes even if we are working on a laptop, so we are going to see some what do you call reels or Facebooks like this. This is a relaxation tips here. Relaxation, maybe making our mood to a relaxation. Now, developing a simple app for the mockup, screen showing, relaxation tips. Okay, so now what is the outcome here? Improved app design and functionality here. This is one example. What I am going to give you is, so how you are going to reduce the stress during the examinations here. You can develop a such kind of an idea, such kind of an app here. So this is the process of what do you call design.
Excuse me, sir. Hello.
Hello? Are you getting me?
Sound not audible.
Madam, are you getting me now?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay, 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 okay. So now,
सर एक्सक्यूज मी, आई हैव वन क्वेश्चन.
हाँ,
अभी जो आपने अभी एक जो स्टूडेंट के लिए जो डिजाइन करने के लिए मोबाइल ऐप के बारे में बताया, तो ये जो स्ट्रेस रिलैक्सेशन के लिए हम एक इनोवेटिव आइडिया तैयार कर सकते हैं, ये लेकिन एक इंडिविजुअल स्टूडेंट के लिए होगा या फिर हम ग्रुप ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स लेके करना पड़ेगा ना हमको?
no, no, you have to go for the group of students.
Yes.
So you have to interact with many students, not a single student.
Yes.
You have to, now you can see here, sometimes the students, when they are reading the books, okay, they may get in the stress. Some students, they are not worried during the what you call study time, but they are very worried on the examination date. Okay, on the examination time. This is, you have to interact with your students. Not a single students, many students you have to interact and list out the problems what they are facing and come into the core problem, and that generate the ideas to solve a particular problems here. Okay. So
Means we have to collect lots of problems from different students, analyze
yes,
it,
yes,
and
yes,
come
yes.
into core problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is 100% correct, whatever you are thinking. Now, you have to have many students interaction. Now, list out the problems here, what they are facing. Okay, you might be getting a n number of what do you call problems here. Like for example, after interacting 400 students or 500 students, you may get a 50 problems. You may get 100 problems also. Now you have to synthesize those problems and try to get the one core problem. Then you try to find out the solution for that one. So this is what exactly the design thinking is. Okay.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Clear.
Okay. So now, friends, we will move to another example here. Another example, as already I have mentioned that designing a GPS enabled student attendance system. GPS enabled student attendance system. As already I have told you, so in our state, for government employees, okay, they have implemented this GPS enabled attendance system. Okay. So now, usually what we are doing in our classroom now, okay, maybe in some of the institutions, they are having a different way of taking the attendance system. Okay. Some they have the biometric attendance system. Okay. So in Pune, one of the institutions, I think many of you have heard about the MIT, they have the face-based attendance system. So face-based attendance system means not standing in front of the biometric device, just you sit in the classroom, you just sit in the classroom, and there will be a one camera is there. Camera is going to be captured the whole entire classroom. Okay. Then the photo is going to be captured and their attendance is going to be captured here. So this is one of the what do you call a smart biometric system for attendance system, which is implemented in one of the premier institution in the Pune. It was implemented before 10 years only. Now I don't know what kind of an advanced system they have nowadays. Okay. So now here, so this is one of the what do you call a GPS enabled student attendance system here. Now, whenever we are talking about the attendance system, so usually some teachers they are going to take their attendance and they will ask their names, their roll numbers, and they will enroll. They will capture their attendance. This is one way. This is a old what do you call this fashion. So some of the teachers, some of the universities, what they are going to do, we are going to take the actual signature of the students by circulating our attendance book here. So it is possible only when limited students are there. Maybe 30, maybe 40 maximum. If you have 100 students, it is not possible to circulate your attendance system. And even it is not possible to take the attendance of everyone. 100 students means it is almost your half an hour, maybe 1 hour is going to be taken for the attendance only. For 1 hour class, how you are going to take the attendance? These are some of the what do you call problems here. And and another important thing is the students, whatever they are coming to the class and they are again telling that we have to stand in front of the biometric system. Okay, so it is very difficult and all those things. So to solve such kind of a things here, okay, to solve such kind of a things, then an idea is going to be generated that why can't we go for the GPS enabled attendance system? Means that GPS enabled attendance means that whenever a student come into the classroom, as already I have told, they are having the app. So whenever they are sitting in the classroom, whenever they are sitting in the classroom, they have to open that app and they have to enroll there. Automatically, it will give a geotagging. Many of you are aware with the geotagging here. Okay, the location based, what we call. The location is going to be identified whether you are sitting in the classroom or not. This attendance system is there. Now, now many of the students they are against such kind of attendance system. Might be. Okay, might be. So now this is one kind of an attendance system we want to develop here. For that, what you have to do here? again you have to interact with the student, whether they are happy with this system or not, whether they are happy with the earlier system or whether they are happy with this particular new system that is a GPS enabled. For that, what you have to do here again, you have to understand the attendance challenges at a school or colleges or universities, anywhere. Okay, I have taken the example of a schools here. Now, understand the attendance challenges at schools first. What is the challenge of this one? Okay, talk to teacher and parents. This is the most important. You talk to the teachers, even parents. Now, many schools nowadays, okay, nowadays in many schools, you might be aware of this. So this especially GPS enabled what do you call attendance system in some of the smart schools in smart cities, what we call now cities like Bangalore or even in Mumbai, even Pune, Chennai. Some of the schools are there. When a student entered in the classroom, when a student entered in the classroom,
Hello? Sir, we can't hear you. Hello? Hello? Yes,
सर
sir.
मीटिंग मध्ये नाही येत बहुतेक लेफ्ट झालेत सर लेफ्ट झाले सर पीपीटी ऑन राहिलंय बहुतेक पण सरांचं नाव दिसत नाही कुठे आहेत आहेत को होस्ट नाही आहेत सर आहेत सर
you are getting now. Okay, my voice is clear now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Sorry, every time it is giving some problems, net problems, I think. Okay.
सर एक बात थी
हाँ
सर हम बहुत थेरोटिकली ही देख रहे हैं तो हम कुछ हैंड्स ऑन देखने वाले हैं क्या एआई के टूल्स
अभी मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे
बार बार देख रहे हैं मतलब ये इसका तो इसका कोई अगर हैंड्स ऑन एआई टूल होंगे हैंड्स ऑन करने के लिए या
yes I am coming those tools.
सर एक ही घंटा रहा है अपने पास अभी बस
Okay. So now I will tell you the tools. You have to use those tools. Okay. I'm not having some experiments and all those things. Just I'm floating those things here. Okay. So now you can have the ideas for the GPS enabled attendance system, mobile app for the students to check in, automatic alerts for the parents, real time attendance system, this dashboard, and location based reminders. You can go for this, and after this you can have the prototyping this and developing a GPS attendance system here. Okay, so now so you can have this
Voice not audible, sir. Voice not audible, sir.
Ma'am, I think you are going to collect micro teaching now, roll number 66.
No, sir. I am collecting the submission report, sir. Summary report.
Then
Hello?
who is going
Summary
to
report, sir.
Hello?
Hello, sir. I am collecting only summary report, sir.
collect micro teaching? Hello, sir,
Hello?
we can hear now. Yeah, we can hear now.
Okay. Uh, so, friends,
Sir, before proceed,
this is
I have one question. Hello?
sir.
Suppose we design such a type of apps or such attendance system, can one file patent against it or something?
Yeah. We can patent those things, sir. So what I will do, sir, I will finish my what do you
Okay,
call
okay, sir. Yeah.
lecture. We will have a 10 minutes to have a discussion. Okay. So I will kept completely discussion for that. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Ah, So let me finish the things here. Then definitely we will have interaction and what is the problem and what kind of the things we have. So now, friends, so this is a AI based AI system to detect the emotions using a facial expression. So friends, one of our participant is asking that. So is it possible to have an any learning tool, or you can say anything which is going to be experimented? So friends, in my under my supervision, one of my student, so she is developing an AI system for detecting the emotions here. Okay, what kind of emotion expressions they have in the classroom. Okay, so what kind of an emotions they are having in while sitting the classroom. Okay, so that too we have an easy database, we easy brain analysis what we are going to do here. So this is a multidisciplinary forum. That's why I'm not explaining those experimental setup. Just why that's why I'm giving the glance what we can do by using AI tools. That is my core motto. Then after this last 10 minutes, we will have a discussion. So how you are going to do all those things. If you want, even I can share my research papers to learn and to carry out such kind of AI, developing an AI models. Yeah. So friends, so now this AI tool, now this AI tool is going to be used to analyze the student face in a real time. Okay, so there are n number of applications are there detecting the emotions. Okay, so there are many AI models are yet developed, and already some of the what do you call models they have developed here. So now we want to know that in a classroom, the what is the idea behind to detect the emotions in the classroom here. This is our motto here. Okay, why we want the emotions in the classroom? Like for example, if I am teaching in my classroom, okay, I want to know that okay, what kind of emotions they have in the classroom. Like for example, whenever I am taking a class, suppose the students they are not at all interested to attend the lecture on that day. Suppose for example, some students they are going to see me, but in their mind there are some different thing is going to be happen. Okay, so some students they are not able to concentrate. Okay, they are doing some activities in the classroom. Okay, so now whether a student is having some problems in their mind, some of the students they are sitting in the classroom, but in their mind something is going on. There are different ways to detect the emotions. There are different ways to detect the emotions. Like face is one of the way to detect the emotion here. Now What we are doing here, what we are doing in my laboratory, we are doing this experiment here. Okay, so what we are going to do here is we are going to capture their, we are going to capture their face here. We are going to capture their face, and during the lesson we are going to capture the face, and we are analyzing the facial expressions here. Okay, so now you can see here, AI analyzes the live video to detect the facial features like eyebrows, eyes, nose, mouth, etc. So, what is the movement are there? The facial expressions are going to be taken from these expressions. Now, after that, we are going to identify the student emotions. We are recognizing the emotions like a sad, happy, confused, angry. Again, there is just some science behind this. Okay, so only theoretical part, if I'm telling this, okay, this is not an easy task. So you have to have a image processing, pattern recognition, how the images are going to be processed. Okay, so all these things are there in the background here. But simply what we are going to have this, we are going to analyze this. Display the detected emotions with a confidence score. Like for example, if I have 100 students in my classroom, how many they are in the sad, how many they are in the confused, how many they are in the angry. So this we want here, because sometimes if we are going to the class, the students they are not their mode is not attend the class today, like for example. So we have to analyze this kind of a things here. Now this is one example. I will tell you, if anybody is from a computer science, or anybody is from even mathematics or physics background, they can see or even some, if you are working in some companies, if you look into some companies nowadays, so they are having such kind of a system here. They are going to evaluate the personality based on the AI system. Based on the AI system, they are going to evaluate your personality here. Okay, so these are the applications of this AI. Okay, that's why I'm giving some theoretical aspects to you so that you can implement these things. You can do some experiments on this. As already I have told you, one of my research scholars, he is doing this detecting the emotions using brain signals. Using brain signals. Like for example, your EEG is one of the brain signals. Okay, so even you can have this some physiological signals like ECG also you can. By face also you can detect the emotions. By your EEG signals, you can analyze the emotions. By ECG also you can analyze. By BP, there are by even blood pressures, there are n number of parameters are there. Those are going to be used to detect the emotion. This is one example I have taken here for how to detect the emotions here. Now, so these you can again adapt the responses accordingly here. Okay, so now, so why we need a design thinking here now? So these are the some examples here. Why we need a design thinking here? Design thinking helps us to tackle these challenges and more by always keeping a people at center, creating solutions that are not only innovative but also relevant, responsible, and lasting. Okay, so now you can see here. So you just try to understand why we need a design thinking here. Okay, so design thinking is needed, or you can say which helps a real world problem solutions here. Okay, so in a user focused, creative, and effective way, it ensures the solution to the practical innovations and a meaningful. Now you can see here why we need a design thinking here. This is the most important thing. Okay, this is the most important way to formalize the problem here. Okay, this is most important to get the project proposals. This is most important to define your own problems to get the solutions. That is the focuses on user needs, encourages the innovations, solve the complex problems here. Okay, so now focuses on user needs, understand user needs, as already I have told you, it reduces the risk failures. Okay, so now improves the user experience, improves the what do you call user experience by making the empathic here. Okay, so now you can see here So these are the some electronic devices. Okay. So now these are the things you can have. So you can have a design idea to make it as a smart here, more smarter here. Okay. So now you can see this is one what do you call the keyboard usually we'll have. So many times whenever we are operating this kind of a keyboards, you may find some pains in your fingers here. Now, what is the idea to solve these things? What is the idea to solve these things? You can this. Okay, this is one idea that the key, how the keyboards are going to be made. These are the some examples what I have already taken from the Google Scholar only. Okay, so now, so design thinking will go for the what exactly the design thinking it will do. Focus on the users, encourages the innovations, reduces the risk. Okay, so then you will have the collaborative approach is there, handling the ambiguity is there, improve the products and services is there. Okay, so now up till now what we have seen is just what exactly the design thinking process is. Now, how your design thinking is going to be taken in an academics here. Okay, so now you can see it enhances the problem solving skills. Instead of just memorizing the facts, students learn how to approach the problems creatively and critically, skills that are essential in a real life. Like, for example, what is your traditional line? What is your traditional learning here? Like, for example, a student memorizes the formulas to calculate the electricity bill and applies to only a similar textbook problems here. Okay, now here the student is going to repeat the formula here. Now, what is the problem solving based on learning? So now your design thinking will help for a student given a real scenario where home electricity bills suddenly increase. So now you can have the practical approach here. So that is the way of that is the, how the design thinking will help. Now it promotes the active learning. It promotes the active learning here. Design thinking encourages the hands-on projects, collaboration and experimentation. Okay, so now your passive learning is there. So you will have the active learning is there. Okay, so now you can have a centers on a student needs here. Learning styles, piece of learning is there. Okay, student strength is there. So you can have this student needs what we have. Now, it is going to be prepared for the future here. Okay, so your empathy, your creativity, your adaptivity, your teamwork, all these skills are going to be prepared for your future here. Okay, so now encourages the collaboration. Students learn to work with others, evaluate different perspectives, and communicate effectively here. So now, friends, it will encourage the collaboration here. Work team, listen to respect other ideas, express the ideas clearly and respectfully. So your design thinking will allow you to do collaboration here, collaboration study here. Now fosters to growth a mindset here. Okay, through iterative cycles of a prototyping and feedback, a student understand the failure is a part of a learning and improvement here. Okay, embrace the challenges, retrieve it, prototyping, all these things you can have. Now, it bridges the theory and practices here. Learn the concept and ideas, solve the real problems here. That is, the design thinking will come into the theory and it is going to be converted into a practice here. Okay, so now here how AI has become a powerful enabler for innovation and design thinking. Now, up till now, what we have seen here is how the design thinking is going to be done. What is exactly the design thinking? What are the process of design thinking? Now, here how AI is going to be helpful for innovation and the design thinking. Okay, how the AI tools are going to be used, how the AI models are there. There are many AI models are there. So friends, if I am talking about, or you can say, if I am giving some experiments on AI tools, so it is very difficult to understand because as already I have know that it is a multidisciplinary, what do you call, the heterogeneous group is there. So that's why. So I'm giving a gist on that, how the AI tools are going to be helpful for this. By combining the human creativity with the machine intelligence, AI helps unlock a new possibilities and accelerate the problem solving here. Like for example, so enhancing the ideation and creativity, AI powered tools such as, many of you might be knowing that a chat GPT is there, DALI is there, and co-pilot assistant in a brainstorming. So friends, many of you are using a chat GPT. So may I know how many of you are using chat GPT? Maybe one or two. You please respond it. You please respond if anyone is using the chat GPT. So yes, one or two. I think I got a response from one or two. Okay. So, yes. Yes. Okay. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So now
Using chat
here,
GPT, sir.
yes,
Using
very
chat
good. Very
GPT.
good. Okay. So now,
Sir, I
friends,
use Copilot, sir.
yeah, very good. Very good. So now, even now, you can see here now how you are going to use this chat GPT in a design thinking process. This is, I will tell you. I will not show you any example on this, but I will tell you how you can use this chat GPT to get the ideas or to get the framework. Now, friends, I will tell you now the truth here. Now, whatever the images you have seen, whatever the images you have seen, up till now, whatever I have already presented in front of you, friends, all those images are generated by the chat GPT. All the images, whatever I have shown you. Okay. The meaning is, so you can use this tool for generating the ideas, for creativity learning. Okay. So even the same thing, co-pilot assistant is also there. DAL-E is there. So these are all the tools, AI powered tools are there. So you can use these things. Okay. In new concepts, visualizing the ideas and generating the prototype, you can use the chat GPT here. Like for example, like for example, if you want to go to now after this you can try this. Now if you want to go from what do you call your Pune to Kolhapur or Kolhapur to Pune, just you can ask your chat GPT, make an algorithm, or you can say make a flowchart how I can move from what do you call Kolhapur to Pune and Pune to Kolhapur here. Automatically it will generate the flowchart. Automatically it will generate the what do you call your path. Already you know there will be a GPS is there, but it is going to give the framework for you. Okay, so this is how you can visualize your ideas. But this is the most important, whatever I'm telling now. If you have an original idea, if you have an original idea, don't give this original ideas to your chat GPT. I am again quoting, don't give your original ideas to chat GPT, because chat GPT is a generative model. Whenever you are asking something, whenever you are asking something in a chat GPT, it will take your question as an input and generate the new things here. Means that the novelty is over. Are you getting my point here? So whenever you will have a new ideas, original new ideas, you don't share those new ideas to chat GPT here. Okay. So now so you can then quickly produce a multiple design options here, inspire a fresh perspectives and expand the creative horizon beyond human imaginations here. Now friends now friends, like for example, I will give you one small example here. You take your photos, you take your photos, listen carefully. You take your photos, take one or two, maybe 4 to 5 photos you can take here. Okay. So with a different poses, give it to the what do you call chat GPT, and ask the chat GPT, generate the image you ask the chat GPT, generate the image as the Amitabh Bachchan is. Automatically your chat GPT will give you the pose of Amitabh Bachchan of your own image. This is the beauty of the chat GPT. Okay, so that is the beauty of AI models here. Okay, so meaning is, so you can use this chat GPT for solving certain problems, for generating some ideas, new ideas. Okay, so now you will have the data driven insights for innovations. AI analyzes the vast amounts of a data. You can give any kind of a data. You can give any kind of a data, but be careful while giving the data. If it is a very important data, don't give that important data to your AI models. You don't give that data to your chat GPT, because whenever you are giving a chat GPT, whenever you are giving the data, automatically it will save in the cloud. Automatically it will become a public. There is nothing private like. Okay, you don't think that whatever the data you are giving, it is only limited between you and your laptop. No, friends. Once you have given this your data to chat GPT, it is become an worldwide. It is going to be stored in the cloud. Okay, that's why don't share your important data to chat GPT. But it will analyze. Now, like for example, if you are giving a data, and if you're asking a scatter diagram, if you're asking a pie chart, if you're asking a bar graph, everything it is going to be give it. Okay, so now whatever the data you are going to have, so it is again for the innovation you can use for the presentations here. Okay, this evidence-based approach allows innovators to make informed decisions, ensuring that new ideas align with the real-world demands and opportunities here. Okay, now you can use the rapid prototyping and simulations. So, so, so AI-driven model simulation and generative designs team can rapidly create and test a virtual prototypes here. So you can have a generative designs here. Like for example, you can give any what do you call a model. It will analyze it. Okay, this accelerates the design cycle, reduces the cost, and enhances the quality of the innovations by predicting performance and the user responses here. So, friends, so now here you can have a personalized and human-centered solutions here. So AI supports a design thinking core principles,
Excuse me,
empathy
sir.
by interpreting.
Hello,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah. Tell
Sir,
me.
there is a one black box on your slide, sir.
No.
Yes, sir. I seen it in my screen. Continue black uh, box.
Yes, sir. We have also seen.
So many contents may be hide.
Just a minute. Give me just
Okay,
a
sir.
minute.
Okay,
I
sir.
will once again log in it.
Your content, sir.
Just log in. I will again get the login.
Sir, please reshare it.
Yeah. Still it is coming.
Yeah, sir.
Uh, just give
It
me
is
1
there.
second. Just a minute, sir. I will share once again. Yeah. Give me a second, sir. I will sharing. Now, it's okay?
It's okay, sir.
Okay. So now you can see the data driven as already have told you. So now you can have an automation of a routine task. Okay. So by automating a repetitive or analytical task such as a data sorting, testing, and pattern recognition, you can do this by using a chat GPT. But while using again chat GPT, so you please be careful whenever you are writing a research paper, whenever you are writing some research proposals, don't use the chat GPT contents while submitting the research papers, while submitting the research proposals. That's why, compulsory the plagiarism is going to be checked. Okay, so your AI tools are going to be used to analyze it, the data. So for that, so you don't share so many what do you call original data, or you can say data which is a very what do you call influential and confidential. You please don't share those things to the chat GPT, but you can use other tools to analyze the data. But don't give that data to the chat GPT to analyze it. Okay, so now, so you can have this collaborative innovation platforms. This is a AI powered collaborative tools for co-creation and knowledge sharing among the multidisciplinary team. Okay, friends, they help the integrate diverse viewpoints, managing the complex design projects here. Okay, so now you can have. Now, the lastly, you can have the new ideas. Okay, you can have the so many new ideas. Like for example, a smart traffic violation detection here. Okay, real-time emotion detections, face mask detection system. These are all computer science titles. What I have. Okay, so if anybody is interested, and many of these are the multidisciplinary, not only a computer science people, the other disciplinary also they can collectively they can do such kind of a, what do you call a problem. Like for example, forgery and document tampering detection. So these are all AI tools. AI models are going to be used to do all these things here. GPS and a face integrated attendance system you will have. Classroom entry detection system you can do. AI chatbot for student support. Fake news detections. Emotion recognition from a text also. Okay, so many of you might be aware the FSL, the Forensic Science Laboratory, they are going to see the what do you call your WhatsApp chatting. Okay, if anything is happen, okay, they are going to take the WhatsApp chatting. Okay, yeah, if anybody gets suicide or anything happens, they are going to take some wordings. By analyzing those wordings, they are going to suspect the crime, or they are going to analyze the, or they are going to study the problem here. That is what we call it as an emotion recognition from the text and all those things. So, friends, these are the new ideas. If those who are in the computer science background, you please take these kind of problems to solve your ideas. So now with these new ideas, so I'm stopping here because I know there are many questions in your mind, that is how to generate the ideas using AI tools and all those things. We will discuss. I will kept specially for 10 to 15 minutes time to have a discussion on these things. So if, please friends, if you have any doubts, and if you have any ideas, so we will have a discussion on those things. So thank you very much for your patience learning and listening also. So if you want experiment, so already I have we have some experiments on AI model for generating ideas. So how to what do you call the facial expression, as already I have told you. So one, two or three students are working under my guidance for, so for emotion detection using the EEG signals, using the EEG signals, ECG signals, using the facial expression also. We are doing some research work using the AI models here. So friends, with these words, I can put my stop here. So if you have any, what do you call it, doubts or anything else, we will have a discussion for another 10 to 15 minutes. I'll take questions one by one. If you have anybody, I think some of you are the coordinator. You please take the questions from the audience, and we will have a discussion.
Sir, I would like to ask one question.
You please tell me your discipline and from where you are, so that I can.
Sir, I'm from Arbital College, Gevrai.
Okay.
I'm professor of English language.
Okay.
Sir, if we are giving some matter to ChatGPT to translate, and it is our own matter, okay, it is our own content.
Okay.
And if the translated from ChatGPT, we took it, it is plagiarism or not?
No, it will not come a plagiarism. It is not come a plagiarism, but it will say it is a AI content, AI generated content.
Okay, it will say that it is AI generated content. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
You can translate it. You can rephrase it. Like for example, you have written one sentence. If you have written one sentence, okay, so you want to represent that sentence. If you want to represent that in a different way, in a two or three way, suppose for example, you can ask the chat GPT. You can ask the chat GPT. It will give you alternative sentences, and you can choose which one is a better.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any others? Some participant asking that is it possible to file a patent for ideas? May I know who is interested?
Yes, sir.
Who is interested in designing the filing the patents? May I know?
Yeah, my name is Amol Sonone.
Okay.
I'm a faculty of mathematics at Government College.
Okay.
Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. Yeah.
Okay. From Aurangabad only.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your concept?
No. I just asked curiosity that can we file a patent using this designing or something else?
Yeah, 100% you can. Now already I have told you, your products. There are in patents. There are many what do you call ways to file the patents here. One is a design patent. Another one is a process patent. Okay. So even a product patent is there. Okay. So even a business model patent, as already I have told you, innovations, like for example, product innovation is there, process innovation is there, design innovation is there, your business model innovation is there. Likewise, you can have the patents for all these things. Product patent also you can have, process patent also you will have, design patent also you will have. Okay. But the only thing is, it should be a innovative.
Yeah. Okay, sir. But already suppose some of the means some of using that same ideas and we design
Yeah,
same.
of course. Now you can see here. If suppose, for example, you have one algorithm to solve a particular problem. Suppose you have a steps. Like for example, in a mathematics, you will have some steps to solve a particular problem. Suppose you consider that there are 10 steps to solve that particular problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so you have new ideas, new steps to solve this particular problem within a 5 steps.
Yeah.
Okay, you can file the patents. You can file the patent. But only the thing is, there will be an examination is going on. in patent, you might be knowing, you are aware with this patent, how the patents are going to be granted. There will be a first examination report is there. After that, they will analyze it, they will examine it, then they can what do you call, award the grant here.
Yeah,
But the
yeah,
only thing is, so
yeah.
your 5 steps are going to be innovative ideas to solve that particular problem here.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely, you can file the patent for this.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I would ask one another question.
Okay.
Sir, if our patent is granted or our copyright is registered, how the third party approach to us?
You see, there are two ways. One is already it is publicly, once the grant is approved, or you can say patent is granted, Indian Patent Office, they will honor, they will kept in their website publicly. So if
Okay, okay.
otherwise, you can approach to them and they can come and discuss with you. There are only two possibilities. Either you should go there or they will come to with you. Because your grant, whenever your patent is granted, it is already publicly available on that. So even you can share your patents in your LinkedIn, in your Facebook. This is a social media where you can advertise your work.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Any other questions? You can ask very funny questions also. It makes some sense even in funny questions also. We can get the ideas. We can generate the ideas from the funny questions also.
I have one question, sir.
Please.
Myself, Dr. Pawan Kumar from Army Institute of Management and Technology, Greater Noida. Actually, sir, we talked about the innovation and invention.
Okay.
So in India, in spite of doing all these things, we are not technologically so advanced. We are generally dependent on the jugaad technology, what we call. So what are the factors that is actually hampering us in the growth of invention or innovation? Because totally we are dependent on the import of the foreign technology. Even we have to see the fighter jets, we are buying it rather than manufacturing. So technologically, we are not going so advanced, but the other developed countries like China and USA, they are doing so well. So what are the loopholes that we are not able to fill up?
Yeah.
That is the question, sir.
Yeah, Pawanji, thank you very much for your questions. And one thing is, our innovative ideas must be in a scientific manner. We call it as a scientific tamperness. Scientifically, I am using a word scientifically because already you are from the technocrats. I am telling you scientifically. Okay, so usually हमारा क्या है मालूम है क्या? चलता है. We Indians, we are always thinking that चलता है. Okay, so especially in innovations, the scientifically innovations are going to be happen. But unfortunately, those we are not able to do some scientifically innovations here. So many scientists, they are working abroad. They are all from the Indians. They are all from Indians. They are working there. But still, there will be a lot of scope must be given to the core researchers here. Core researcher. I am telling a word here, core researcher. So that is a lack of things in our country. But still, the Indian innovators, then in innovations in India, there will be a lot of things are going to be happen in India. Okay, so that is already you might be aware this make in India, made in India. Okay, so nowadays the many things, innovative ideas are coming in India now.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor. Yes, any other questions?
What is difference between patent and copyright? You please speak.
The copyright is different aspect. Like for example, uh, like if you are writing a book, it is a copyright. If you are publishing same book, okay. If suppose for example a ex publisher has published already that book, and the same content or same thing, if you are publishing by other publisher, it comes under a copyright. Like for example, another example I will give you. Like for example, the pirated softwares. We call it as a pirated software. A software company is having a copyright. You have to take a license. Okay, if you are not using licensed copy, so you are going to abide the rules and regulations of copywriting here. Now, the patents, whatever you are going to granted here, the patents are going to be again used by taking the permission, by taking the uh, authorization from the patent inventors here. Okay, so these two things are there. Okay, now when we are going to have the patent, means that once the patent is registered, so that is you are the authorship, you are the ownership for that one. Okay. And in copyright, again, already I have told you, just if you are publishing a book, you are going to write the copyright and all those things. Yeah.
Okay. And sir, will you please elaborate on what is meant by IPR granted books?
IPR?
Granted books.
That is intellectual property rights you are asking, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the book, whatever you are publishing. So sometimes you see there are two things. One is you write the copyright from the Indian Patent Office also. Okay. So some publisher, local publisher, if you are publishing, okay, if local publisher, if you are publishing, so there you will not have that much claim. If you are publishing from the IPR, you will have a more claim on that. That is the difference here.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yes, any other things you want to discuss here? Okay, so if there no more questions, can we stop? So if anybody wants to have some work related to the especially this pattern recognition and image processing, so my mail ID is already on your screen. So you can write to me. So we'll have a discussion. So if anybody wants to collaborate with us, we are more happy to work under in the collaborative. So especially in my department, we are working on image processing and pattern recognition, especially those who are having a background of especially computer science and mathematics. So you can reach us on this mail ID. So if you have any ideas, so you just come up with those ideas. We will try to implement those into a framework and we will make it as a prototype modeling. Even we can file those in patents also. Okay. So with these words, so I am very thankful to once again the Department of
Sir,
Computer Science.
just 2 minutes, sir. I have to give vote of thanks, sir.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm very thankful to once again this uh, course coordinator, Professor Namrata Madam, and all the participants who are actively participated here. I saw some 81 what do you call participants, I think. So everybody is actively participated. I'm very thankful to you and a very good interactions. I hope that very active participants are actively participating actually in the course. I hope that your coursework, I think it is started on 5th and up to, I think in 15th, no? Up to 15th, I think so.
19.
Okay.
19 till 19.
19.
Okay. So now you please conclude, sir.
Yes, sir. So on the behalf of the organizing committee, I extend my sincere and heartfelt thanks to Dr. Shivanand Gornale, sir, Professor, Department of Computer Science, Rani Chennamma University, Belagavi, for delivering an enlightening and thought-provoking session on generating ideas through design thinking. The session provided valuable insight into creative problem solving, learner-centric innovation, and practical approaches to idea generation, which are highly relevant in today's academic and professional environment. The structured explanation of the design thinking framework, coupled with the real life examples, made the session engaging, interactive, and impactful for all the participants. We are truly grateful to Dr. Gornale sir for generously sharing his expertise, experience, and time, and for inspiring participants to adopt innovative thinking in teaching, research, and professional practices. I would also like to thank the organizing team, UGC, MMTC, Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center, coordinators, and participants for their active involvement, which contributed to the success of this session. Once again, I express my sincere appreciation to Dr. Shivanand Gornale sir and wish him continued success in his academics and research endeavor and encouraging all the faculty fraternity for the same. Thank you, sir. Thank you, participants.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Pawan. I'm very thankful to you and for active participation. So all the best for your future endeavors. So once again, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Good day.